Operations have been halted at Sibanye, Stillwater's Kwezi and K6 shafts in Rustenburg in the northwest after over 200 mine workers staged a sit-in underground at Sibanye's Kwezi shaft yesterday morning. The night shift was also cancelled at K6 shaft. The mine workers allegedly downed tools in protest over the proposed employee share ownership scheme for Kroondal employees. Let's take you now live to SABC News reporter Sentleeng Lehihi, who joins us now with the latest. Sentleeng, a very good evening to you. What is the latest developments on the ground?
Good evening to you and our viewers. Indeed, we're still here posted at Sibanye's Kwezi or Kwezi operations rather here in Rustenburg. Indeed, some mine workers remain underground as they continue with their sit-in in demand for their shareholding since the purchasing of this operation by Sibanye. And we have heard word from Sibanye explaining that the action we've seen from mine workers was perhaps in essence jumping the gun because the complete sale to Sibanye from Anglo has not been completed. So those negotiations around the shareholding agreements are still ongoing. But we've heard news from those who have been here with us that they've seen some mine workers who had been underground leaving the premises. They had resurfaced there in condition there that those who had seen the conditions grow to be a bit uncomfortable will be released, including women and those suffering from chronic disorders or diseases. We've also got an understanding that about a large number, about 150 plus of mine workers still remain underground. But we're going to speak to those who have remained posted here for the better part of yesterday and today to have sentiments from them regarding here developments. Mewaka, you've explained to us in depth. 4 a.m. badiri ba le underground. Re tlhalosetse gore ga jana le bone bo mang batla ba tswa mo tlase ga moepo go setse bo mang.
O buang ona ke ba setsana nyathela for Kwezi as a woman in mining. Ntwe re itumeletseng yone ke gore ke bone bo mme botlhe ba tswile ko mokoting. So ntse re meka le fuku la rona fela ka bontate ba leng gore ba sentse le ko mokoting. Ne re kopara gore ba setse ba for management for women. Thank you.
Tlhalosetse ka botlalo jalo gore o mme o dira mo moepong. Gantsi bo mme le ba dire ka moka ba dira mo moepong full 8 hours. Di condition ga se tse di siameng. Go sheriwa di ablution facilities, di toilet jalo. Tota imagine mme a le mo tlase ga moepo over 12 hours. O imagine tota.
Tota re utlile botlhoko se diragetseng for Kwezi e se re le bo mme ba for Kwezi gore bo mme ba robale ko mokoting ba thole ko mokoting ba sa fiwa sepe se leng gore ba iphemela ka sone. Mare as a woman in mining ke bile ka kra molaetsa ke bile ka fitla ka ba setsa di sanitary towel le di tissue le di sanitizer. So up to so far ke ne ke na le mme mongwe le gore o tswa mokoting ne ke mmotsa ya ke se women in mining gore a gona le tlhokofetso e leng gore ba ikrile ka ftlasa lefatshe na a re a gona sepe se leng gore ba tlhokomeditse ka sone ba ne ba dutse fela ba retse ba rara ba dule fofatshe.
One of the mine workers that has been posted here since the sit-in began yesterday at 4 a.m. explaining to us there that she has actually had engagements with one of those mine workers who happens to be a woman who was underground and managed to resurface, talking about the conditions appalling and not totally sanitary for extended period of times, having to deal with those conditions. But they say that they have had no other misgivings or challenges except for maintaining their stance in their demand for their shareholding, as they said they were promised by Sibanye. From us here, back to you in studio.
Very well. Of course, really speaking to some really pressing issues there. As you have a whole lot of other people who are waiting behind you, let's talk a little bit, perhaps expand, Sentleeng, on the reasons why mine workers felt it necessary to stage the sit-in.
The mine workers have expressed to us that they have had quite a number of negotiations represented by unions talking to their salary increments last year, and that the condition of Sibanye buying this year operations, Kwezi, it was based on these mine workers having shareholding just as other mines that have been purchased by Sibanye. But they say that those promises have not been fulfilled. But let's get a better understanding, as you said, to speak to these mine workers, for them to actually contextualize this misgiving to us. You wanted to express your feelings in Tate. What do you understand about the shareholding that was promised to workers by Sibanye, and where do you stand as a mine worker as you see that those who remain underground are not relenting in their efforts?
Yeah, problem aruna uri rekopana kuntsiana. We are from Sibanye, all of them. But Sibanye, we are one. The rekopana is because Runari Baritwara like a contractor, like a Kroondal operation from Reverega Aquarius, Baritseri, Baruna, Rowelanda, Aquariasi, Rasaina, Pepaweki, Lucky, Ruela Mine. But nowadays, about 30 sharp, Calabarsa 30 sharp, Mailugur, the Waramuri 7 years now, Marula Murishin, about a FCP. That's why it's a action from now on. Kurebata Cheleta, but Wabagum Gudini, Baba Bansegum Gudini, Baska before Warfa Cheleta, Yaruna.
Thank you for those sentiments. He's explaining that they've been working here as contract workers, not getting their fair share of equal treatment, getting their ability to be fully absorbed as full-time employees, and their demands have not been met as fully as they'd wished. But I'm going to request Ntate to just stand here and join us. You've expressed that you've been here. This promise is 7 years going, Tatuaka.
I'll talk the Kurma cause since Sibanye, Sibanye, Sibanye in Kwashinga temple and at the man that different shaft. So Kambana got company I got on a garage. Ekuri Sibanye means we are one. But when it comes to if you have got the children, ufana ubanike imali ifanayo ungathathe i300 unikaza abanye ngobanike imali yabo, so ikombela kunayena tani Kroondal operation bayibuyisela imali yayina kufana abangwali bangawanika imali tabona that shares itakoza kukhela ndrweni ingeke ukukhela ndrweni until our other employees bahuma amgodini. We are still continuing with our strike, no matter if it's illegally or it's legally. We are going forward. We'll stand for them until they get out. Going for Damanta.
Word coming there from one of the workers as well, expressing those misgivings, saying that there have been long-standing issues that have been going on, and this mine has purchased many other operations. Those who have been absorbed have not received or have received their shareholding apart from them. And this promise has been long-standing, and they should get what is deserved. But we're going to also ask another one of our mine workers to explain to us in Tate. Now, it's been hours. We're counting. Your colleagues remain underground. Do you believe that the negotiations between the union and the mine will give you what you want as mine workers?
Yeah, ntuki bonang sisi ezakhalang. Ntuki bonang bo ausi. Lap. More ritual is different underground. I want to recreate never information recreate go class ayo. No reach over sensed pampiri zore varkubile. Ne kitsoro we ya kopile o tsosobetsa khalang mara se salanga ke na no ara re batho tshwarisana re tle re block di gate mo o sebele motho a tsena ke yona way forward ne ka re berekela.
A very critical statement coming from this here worker. threats as well being made that if they do not get what it is that they want, they will not be conceding. Many have gathered here, as well as from the K6 shaft nearby. Those operations, we understand, have also been halted. We'll continue monitoring the situation, but we understand for now those mine workers, majority remain underground. From us here, back to you, studio.
Very well, Sentleeng Lehihi, giving us the latest there on a developing story. Mine workers vowing to stay put until their demands have been met, saying that they will remain to be on the surface as their colleagues are underground until those demands are met. We will be continuing to monitor this developing story